So good morning and welcome to this International Yoga Day. It's always a little bit of a mixed feeling for me to celebrate this day because in one way every day is Yoga Day. This is another one of our man-made occasions. But it's also nice to actually take a moment and step back and connect to this practice and connect to what yoga means, So here we are. I know this year I was a little bit late in putting out the message and all of that, but that's okay. Whoever is here, and we'll practice together. So this year, I was thinking about looking at what does it mean for us to practice yoga in the times we are living in. There is so much chaos in the world right now. Within our country, there's been some very difficult events. We've recently come out of a war ourselves. There's been the airline crashes, and of course, there's a lot of other chaos also happening constantly. But internationally, there's a lot of war happening, and this is a very chaotic time. Luckily, in some ways, at the moment, we are sort of distant at this moment in time, but we are also not. When one part of the world is in chaos, it is impacting everybody else in some way or the other. And the world has become smaller because of our social media, because of WhatsApp, and we are constantly inundated with news and information. So what is that doing to us? Yeah. So maybe I can also ask you all, if anyone feels like just sharing one word, how are the current times leaving you feeling? For me, I can say I often I find myself in a turbulent space internally. So is there a word that comes to you? If you can just unmute and share perhaps.
I feel helplessness.
Helplessness, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean,
Untethered.
unable
Go
to do, unable to do anything. I mean, just yeah.
Yeah. And Ankita says untethered. Anyone else? Any one word of how the current times are leaving you feeling?
I'm scared, very, very scared.
Yeah. Yeah, Shubham?
Unsafe is what.
Can't hear you.
Unsafe.
Unsafe, absolutely. And Saloni saying grief and rage. So you see, things are happening inside us all the time. And in times like this, what does it mean for us to come to this practice? So I'm going to talk a little bit about the different levels of the mind so we understand what's happening within us. And then, therefore, what does it mean to practice? So our mind, as per the Sankhya philosophy on which yoga is based, this is the understanding of our reality. Sankhya says our mind has different layers. The same mind, me, there are different layers within me. Okay, the topmost layer is called the manas, which is my thinking mind, my cognitive mind, my decision making mind, the mind from where I'm usually living my life, interacting with people, having conversation, making decisions. It's more of the doing mind, if I can put it simply. But beneath that, if those of you are familiar with the iceberg model, beneath that, there is what we call the subconscious mind. Yeah. This is where a lot of our feelings, our patterns, our memories, our habits, yeah. So, for example, if you belong to a family that has had people in the armed forces, yeah, so perhaps a war around us will trigger some memories when someone in your family went away to fight a war, and those feelings may come up. Yeah, our own patterns, our own nature, innate nature. Each of us is very unique that way. Yeah, so our own uniqueness lives there. For some of us, you just saw that some of us, the same world. Yeah, the same world is creating rage. The same world is creating grief. The same world is creating fear. The same world is creating helplessness. So there is a response. Each of us has our own unique response to the stimulus around us. Yeah. So that is in the subconscious mind. So that's the second layer. It's called the ahankara. Aham here, ahankara in Hindi, ahankar often means ego. Here, that's not what it is. Ahamkara, aham, me, my sense of who I am. So who I am is responsible for how I respond. So the manas is more the visible action, the visible conversation, what I'm actually doing. But the manas is often driven by the ahamkara, which is who I am. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes logical sense, right? And usually we think of, many of us think of ourselves only in these two parts. Yeah, that my mind has a conscious part and my mind has a subconscious part. But Sankhya says there's a deeper part. There is a part beneath all of this which is clear, which is not touched by all these chaos, which is not touched by our memories, our past experiences, patterns, things we have been taught. Yeah. Like all of us have grown up with what we call conditioning. We have been taught to respond to the world in a certain way, depending on who we are and how we are, right? And where we come from. So there's a part of me that is beyond, that is deeper than all of this chaos. That is called the buddhi. Buddhi here, again, Hindi and Sanskrit, little bit difference. Buddhi here is not intelligence like smartness. Here, buddhi is that part of me that is like a quiet, still surface of a lake. It is a quiet, still lake, not just a surface. Yeah, so it is that part of me that becomes quiet. So all the chaos from the manas, the ahankara, all of that just settles down. And there is a place of clarity. There is a place of quietness. Yeah. Now, there is a part beyond that also, which we won't get into. This is enough for us. Now, what does it mean, these three parts? Okay. Very often, we are constantly living just from the manas, the conscious doing, thinking part of us. Yeah. Imagine that part like a pendulum. So, one news comes, the pendulum starts swinging. Yeah. And what happened to me after the Air India crash was after seeing so many videos, so many WhatsApp messages, every time one of them came, the pendulum of my mind was swinging rapidly. So every time the pendulum of my mind swings, it triggers a whole lot of things inside me. Yeah, it triggers anxiety, it triggers rage, it triggers helplessness, it will trigger maybe, especially in times of war. I know that when Operation Sindoor started, many of us suddenly got worried, will we have enough food? Let's go stock up. Yeah, so there may be a lot of actions coming out of all this pendulum that is swinging. The chaos, the more your pendulum is swinging, the more erratically it's swinging, there is more chaos. I will be responding from that unstable mind. Yeah. And most of the time we are caught in that mind because the stimulus from outside is so fast and so strong these days. Yeah. Now, in combination, once the ahankara, the subconscious mind also starts getting triggered, the pendulum becomes deeper. So, essentially, what I'm trying to say is these two parts of my mind start to become very turbulent. Once the pendulum swings, it cannot stop on its own unless it has the time and space to slow down or there is some intervention. Yeah. And a swinging pendulum is like, imagine this pendulum is swinging in that lake we talked about. It's creating a lot of chaos. And we are looking at life through that chaos. And it affects our perception, it affects our action, it affects how we are. And we take all of that chaos into the world around us. So you see, there may be a war happening in the Middle East right now, more active war. But even sitting here, each of us are contributing our own chaos to the collective space. We think sitting here, sitting in drawing rooms, living rooms, on WhatsApp, having conversation, it's not impacting the rest of the world. The war is over there. What does it matter to us? No, that's not true. Every single one of us in this world is contributing the chaos of our own minds to the world. So therefore, in times like this, I believe it becomes a deeper responsibility to quieten and anchor this pendulum and become very, very conscious of how we are being, not just for ourselves, not just for our immediate family and surroundings, but for the larger collective consciousness as well. This thought came to me when, after the Air India crash, I started seeing all these WhatsApp messages, which were around, 6 people going back to see their children, 4 people for the first time going to see their grandchildren, and one person having cremated their wife, heading back to their family. I was reading that message and I was just crashing after that message. What are we doing in constantly creating so much emotional turbulence? And the world, the way it is today, the social media, the WhatsApp, we are constantly engaging in this. And what we are doing is constantly adding chaos to the collective conscious. So, what is our responsibility here? Firstly, it's to slow that pendulum down, quieten that pendulum, bring it to a slower pace, maybe even reduce its swinging. Take a step back. Say, I need to do this. And as we do that, allow our practice to take us to that buddhi, where for a few moments we don't even experience the pendulum. Because that buddhi is a source of a lot of strength, source of clarity, source of compassion, source of grounding. It's where everything comes to a rest. Where this chaotic swinging mind that really is convinced that I know best shuts up for a few minutes. And something deeper can work through us. That is, buddhi is a space of deeper intelligence, wisdom, guidance. Rest in that space for some time, clear the mind, slow the pendulum down, and then come back and emerge and engage with the world in a new way. Start becoming very conscious about my actions, about my interactions, about my communication. This is yoga to me. Today, yoga has become relaxation and let me just take care of myself and nothing else matters. That is a very small part of yoga. If I don't take care of myself, I can't be of any help or support to anybody else. I will be that chaotic being everywhere I go. So definitely taking care of my own self for my sake. Somebody's mic is on. Yeah. So taking care of my own mind, taking care of myself so that I can feel more grounded, so that that pendulum, the more it swings, my prana dissipates. A depleted human being, I am very dysfunctional as a depleted human being. So can I gather my energies again? And then can I become conscious of what I'm taking into the world? What am I engaging in? What am I participating? How am I being? How am I a part of the problem and how am I a part of the solution? Which means really asking myself, hey, whatever is happening around me, I am also a part of it. So yoga practice, if today on International Day, we really have to look at what is yoga. It's not body relaxation. It's not body exercise. It's not just breathing exercises. Those are tools. But the actual path that this yoga is inviting us is to say, how can we live with less dukkha for ourselves and the world around us? It's not just an individual journey. Because we are not isolated human beings. We live with each other. Who I am, my manas, my ahankara, who I am, my being is with me wherever I go, and that is what I take into the world. That is what I contribute into the world. Not only will I attract that to myself, I will also offer that to others. So there is a whole giving and receiving that is happening all the time. So through this practice, can I become more conscious of it? It's natural for the pendulum to swing. That's the nature of the mind. But can I, through long-term sustained sadhana, change the quality of my pendulum? Change the way it moves? Give it a new samskara. Samskara means pattern. So there is old ways. Right now, there are ways in which it is functioning. Slowly through my practice and my awareness and my inner work, can I transform that and can I give it new ways to be? That to me is the practice of yoga. Because when I do that work, I automatically start also changing the way I engage with the world. So today's practice is about that. Today's practice is about really connecting to myself, connecting to the world around me, slowing this pendulum down, quietening this pendulum down. And we are really, it's the pendulum is in a crazy place these days because of how much we are consuming. Every time your eyes move, your mind spins. Okay, this is actually talked about in the Bhagavad Gita, that whenever your eyes move, the mind moves. So imagine all that doom scrolling, what it's doing to us. It's spinning the mind constantly. Yeah. I did a lot of doom scrolling yesterday. I don't know why. I woke up with the heaviest eyes. I slept 8 hours, but I don't feel refreshed. And my mind is heavy and it's chaotic. Luckily, I had time in the morning to do some practices to slow myself down and to cleanse. So pendulum is cleansed. The space of your ahankara is pendulum is slowed down. The space of your ahankara is cleansed. And therefore, how I show up in the world can change. So that's what that's the intention we will work with. See, the practice may seem the same. It may seem like body relaxation. It may seem like breath. But what are we practicing towards? What is this yoga we are moving towards? If we have clarity or we look into that more and more, we have a clear intention, then that is where the practice will be directed. It's like, a bow and arrow. Where are you directing your arrow? That's the question. What am I practicing towards? So at least for the group that's here, I hope we can start inquiring into what is yoga in its whole sense, in its true sense. And today, what it means is largely relaxation or breathing exercises just for my health, if that's the meaning, that's how even I started. I started to become more flexible, to be very honest, and to make sure I don't put on weight. That is how I was when I was 23. That's where I started. But in this constant practice and the seeking, the curiosity, I've learned a lot more. So may we all feel curious and may we grow from here in our understanding of how we practice and why we practice. And I really feel this is a very deep service. Those of us who practice, it's a deep service to ourselves and to the world around us. So may we practice with that intention today, offering to the world our collective practice. In all Indic practices, we always close the practice saying, may the fruits of my practice reach someone today. So we never just practice for ourselves. So let's do it with that intention. Yeah? Okay? Great. So let's start. Close your eyes, bring your attention to your breath. Just start to watch your breath. And your breath is a really good indicator of what your pendulum is like right now. The quality of your breath, the rhythm of your breath. The breath is a beautiful and powerful mirror. So start by learning to see what is, where I am. Let's start with chanting Om 3 times. And chanting Om is like shooting that arrow towards your intention. So, what are you practicing for today? So, as you breathe in, take a breath in. And let's chant Om together. Om. Stay with the silence after Om, waiting for that arrow to reach. Next one, breathe in. Om. Stay with the silence. Breathe in. Om. Slowly open your eyes. We'll start the practice with just slowing the pendulum down. That's where we're going to start. Yeah. And with a very racing mind, a very highly swinging pendulum, a good way to do that is to start grounding and earthing. So, what I'd like to ask you all to do is place your hands on the floor. Yeah. You may not be able to see me very clearly today because I'm on my phone. I'm waiting for my laptop to boot up again. But just place your hands on the ground. If you're sitting on a chair, place it on your body. I just want your hands to be in contact with something that represents earth. Even our body represents earth, right? So place your hands on your body. You can place them here. You can place your hands on the floor and just close your eyes. Yeah. Feeling the ground or feeling the solidity beneath your hands. Just being with that solidity beneath your hands. And now start to just slowly breathe. Those of you who know Ujjayi, please use Ujjayi. Just inhaling as if you're drawing in energy from the earth. And exhaling consciously, allowing your exhale to unfold. Sending back your energy into the earth. So it's like you're recharging, but inviting a more grounded energy to come into your space. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Do it at your own pace. If my prompts are too fast or too slow for you, but focus more on your exhale, because to slow that pendulum down, to release all the chaos from the mind, the exhale will help us. Exhale represents letting go, quietening. Trust that this is reaching all the way deep into the earth. And every time you inhale, you're drawing in that grounding energy from the floor, from the body, which represents earth. Just 1 or 2 more breaths, slowly. See if you can, every breath, be more conscious, be more aware. And slowly relax and come up and stand. Let's do a little bit of standing practice. Let's all pray for a moment for my laptop. I'm back on my laptop. Come and stand. Stand with your feet. Now we were placing our hands in contact with the ground. So stand with your feet. You can be on a mat, that's no problem, but connect to the solidity beneath your feet. And stand there. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable closing your eyes, gaze somewhere towards the floor. Just feel the ground beneath your feet. And once again, imagine some deep roots growing from inside your feet, underneath your feet, reaching deep into the earth, anchoring you someplace. If visualization is not your favorite, don't worry about it. Just continue feeling the sensation and connecting to the ground. And from here, let's start opening up our spine. As you breathe in, take your arms up. And see if you can pause for 1 second. The pause helps to stop the pendulum just for 1 second. So pause your breath, pause your body. And exhale. Come back to center. Every time we move from the center, we come back to the center. This is a way of saying from that buddhi space, I go out into the world and then I slowly come back to this quiet space within me. Yeah. So let's try it again. Inhale, consciously begin your movement. Take your arms up. Let's stretch your spine. So you are already rooted into the earth. So reach upwards so that you stretch your spine. And pause. And exhale. Come back center. And pause. So these pauses are very important. Inhale. Try again. Move at your own pace. If your breath is shorter, move faster. And exhale. Remember to pause. Even when you come back, pause just for 1 second. Now you will do 3 more. Really pay attention to grounding your feet. So pressing your feet as if you're pushing the floor and stretching your hands up so your spine lengthens. Can you do 3 more at your own pace with the pause? When you are done, come back to Samasthiti. Just again bring your attention to your feet. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Hold your awareness there. Stay there for a bit. So you're pulling your mind away from all the preoccupation, all the thoughts, the swinging pendulum. You're pulling your mind away from there and taking it to your feet. Connecting to earth, to Bhumi. Okay, let's do a forward bend now. So keep your feet slightly apart. And inhale, take your arms up over your head. Just stretch again. Stretch your spine. And exhale, bend forward. You can bend against a chair or a table, or you can bend all the way down. Just let your knees be soft. Let your head relax. Just be there in the forward bend just for a few seconds. Watch your natural breath. Just be. The forward bend is like a letting go. It's like a quietening, turning your face away from the world just for a few moments. And inhale, come all the way up and open up your body and stretch. Press your feet into the ground and exhale, return to Samasthiti. Come back center. Take a moment, check in with your breath, check in with your body. So we are most of the time constantly looking out at the world. What's happening? Constantly engaged with the world. Forward bending is like saying, hey, I'm going to take my eyes away. I'm going to bend forward. I'm going to let go of the world just for a moment. Yeah, loosen my grip. So try that with that bhavana. Inhale, take your arms up. You can bend against a chair or a table if you're not allowed to bend all the way forward. Exhale, bend forward. Place your hands on the floor or somewhere on your body. And be there now. Be there for a few moments. Just watch your natural breath. Drop your head if you can. And inhale, slowly come up. Exhale, come back. Pause. Pause. Now we'll do a few more of these. Can we become more intentional? Yeah? Every time you start, can you be conscious? I'm starting now. Start your inhale with consciousness. Start your exhale with consciousness. Can we try? Let's try that. Inhale. Start your inhale with consciousness. I'm now beginning my inhale. Go all the way up. Exhale, bend forward. Stay there. Stay there. Watch your breath. Just allow your body to be. Allow yourself to be. And when you're ready, inhale, come all the way up. And consciously begin your exhale and come down to Samasthiti. And pause there. Take a break. Take a break. Pause there. Can you try it another 3 times on your own at your own pace? Remembering to slow it down, pause. Be conscious. Every moment you start, be conscious. Take some time in the forward bend. Be there. Don't rush to come back to the world. The world will survive without us for a few moments. Be willing to calm your mind just a little bit, not to lose your feelings, not to lose your thoughts around how the world should be, should not be, but just to take a step back. Be willing to let the waves of the mind settle so you can have more clarity. Be willing to allow your mind to settle a bit. When you're completed with your 3 rounds, you've completed them, please come back to Samasthiti and just be there. Be with your breath. So the mind, the pendulum, it constantly wants to swing. The mind wants to keep moving. So can we give the mind something to do? Come to the breath. Watch the breath. Try. Keep trying. That's all. All we need to do is try. All right. Now let's do a little bit of cleansing, a little deeper cleansing. Twists are very good for that. So let's do it together. I'll take you through it. So inhale, just take your arms over to your shoulder, like opening up your arms sideways. You can make your feet a little wider. Do one and then you can adjust for yourself. Yeah. Opening up here. And then exhale, turn to the left. Take the right hand to your left shoulder, your left hand behind you. And look back as much as you can. So you're twisting along your spine. And then inhale, untwist, come back center and pause. So you're opening your chest. And exhale, start to twist from your hips to the other side. Inhale, come back center. And we'll come back to Samasthiti after that because you have to take a break. Exhale, come back. Yeah, that is also an interruption. Otherwise, we move very automatically, right and left, right and left. So interrupt it. Come back center and start again. We'll do one more together. Some of you can try with your feet a little wider. Sometimes it gives a little more movement. Yeah, the idea is to get a good twist. So inhale, take your arms out, shoulder level. Exhale, turn to the left, twist, take the right hand to the left shoulder, the left hand goes behind you. Perfect, very nice everyone. Look back. Keep your feet strong. Feet are still grounded and connected to earth. Inhale, come back center. Open. Slowly open your arms up a little more. Higher. Yeah. So you open that chest space, which carries a lot of our heaviness. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, untwist, come back center. Really feel like you're opening your arms sideways. So you're opening your chest. Pause. Exhale, come back to Samasthiti. Okay, now can you do it yourself at your own pace for another 3 rounds? Being very conscious every time you inhale, every time you exhale, and pause as much as you can, only what you can. Keep your feet grounded, connected to earth the whole time. If you're feeling very steady on your legs, you can try the sequence with your eyes closed. Remember, I said when your eye moves, your eyeball moves, your mind moves. So if you're able to do some practice with closed eyes, it really helps the mind settle down. It relaxes the eyes also. But you have to feel steady on your feet. Keep your legs strong, your feet grounded, your legs straight as you twist. It helps to release prana that is stuck in these places. When you're complete, bring your feet back together. Then come back to Samasthiti. Bring your attention back to your breath somewhere on your body. Okay, come onto your mat on all fours. If anyone has knee pain, then don't do this. Just lie down on your back. But if you are able to, then come on all fours. Keep your knees apart. Your hands are up, a little bit away from your outside your shoulders. We're going to inhale here and exhale as we move with chant Om. Okay? So, inhale, arch your spine, look up, and chant Om and go back. Om. And rest in this child's pose for a few seconds. Okay? Let's do it together. Inhale, come up. All fours, arch your spine. Eyes closed if you can. Chant Om and go back. Om. Bring your elbows down. If you're able to rest your head on the ground, please do that. And be there. Just be there. Hands are in contact with the earth. Head is in contact with the earth. Be with your breath. This is a way of moving past the chaos of the mind towards the buddhi, holding that intention to reach that quiet place within us just for a few moments. When you're ready, inhale, come up, arch your spine. Breathe in. Chant Om and go back. Om. And rest. Rest in this Vajrasan forward bend, or what is commonly known as child's pose. Next one. Inhale. And pause after you inhale. Hold that posture. Hold your breath. Just be in that posture for a moment. If you can, close your eyes and chant Om and go back. Oh. Stay here. Watch your breath. Can you continue 3 more times on your own, at your own pace? Remember to pause. Remember to be very conscious. Every inhale, every exhale. Starting intentionally, becoming conscious of your breath, therefore becoming conscious of your actions. When you're complete, slowly come up and lie down on your mat. Take a cushion under your neck if you need to. Give some support to your neck. Lie down with your legs bent or your legs straight. See which one eases your body onto the ground better. Which one eases your breath. When we are swinging with the pendulum, when there's a lot of chaos in the mind, the breath becomes shorter. The body often becomes tighter. So this is the opportunity to undo some of that. Allow yourself to rest on the earth. Just taking a few minutes again to let yourself settle. Even for a moment, if your mind finds some quiet or at least a slowing down, it's worth it. Stay with your breath. Keep bringing your mind back to your breath so that your mind doesn't wander off. And every time you feel your mind has wandered, bring it back to your breath. Just keep trying. Okay, let's work a little bit with our eyes. So, as you inhale, take both your hands to your eyes and press your hands over your eyes. Cup your eyes with your palm. Hold it there for a few seconds. Hold your inhale. Hold it there for a few seconds. And now chant Om and bring your hands down. Om. Just rest in the silence. Feel your body connected to the earth. Let's do this a few more times. Inhale. Take your hands to your eyes. Palm your eyes. It's called palming your eyes. Cupping your eyes. Making sure no light can come in. Press around your eyes. Hold your breath here. Be there. When you're ready, chant Om on your own and come down. Do it a few more times on your own. Another 4 times. As you press your eyes, bring your attention to your eyes that are constantly taking in from the world without us even realizing. Do it a few times on your own. Really being conscious every time you inhale, every time you begin your Om, starting your action intentionally. Last 1 or 2 rounds on your own. Let this be the last one. Those who are still doing it, after this, just come to a rest. And just rest your body. Just start to pay attention around your eyes, how you're feeling. Notice if your mind is still feeling as entangled in all its thoughts, in all its movements. We call them vrittis. Or do you feel like there's a little more space? Is it a little more expanded? Let's do the next one. As you inhale, take both your hands over your head. Touch the floor with the back of your hand. Point your toes away from your face. So you're getting a nice full body stretch and hold it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now feel free to chant Om or just do an exhalation and bring your hands down. And place your palms on the ground. Feel the ground beneath your hands. Next one, inhale, take your hands up, all the way up, stretch them over your head as if we did the same thing in the standing, right? We took the hands all the way up. Point your feet in the opposite direction so your entire front of your body feels like it's been opened up. Pause, hold it here. Chant Om or exhale and come down. Place your hands on the floor. One more time. We'll go and hold the pose and breathe in it for some time. Inhale, take your arms over your head. Point your toes away from your face. And this time, instead of holding your breath, just hold the pose and do some slow breathing here. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. Can you be very intentional about every part of the breath? The inhale, the pause, the exhale, the pause. Can you stay in the posture for 5 breaths? When you're done with 5 breaths, bring your hands down and rest. Bring both your knees into your chest, like you're a little baby, like you're a fetus in Apanasana. Stay there. Just be with your breath in the Apanasana. Pull your knees a little closer. Wrap your hands around your knees. As long as it doesn't disturb your breath, just rest in this pose for a few seconds. And slowly bring your legs down, stretch your legs out, and rest. As you rest, just get a sense of how you're feeling, what your mental space is like, your mind. And slowly turn to one side and come up and sit. Let us move into a breathing practice. We work with the body. So the body holds a lot of that chaos. We think it's only in the mind, but it's very much in the body. Body and mind are not separate. Breath also reflects it. So hopefully with all this body and breath movement, we have impacted all three spaces. So now let's leave the body alone. Come and sit. You can sit in a chair. You can sit on the floor. Close your eyes. Just become present to your body. Become present to your breath. Just being aware of the space. And let us start now shifting our attention from ourselves to the larger collective, to the world around us. As we inhale slowly, let us offer this grounding that we have worked with to the world, wherever it needs to reach. So let's start with that intention. If it helps you, you can place your hands on the ground again. As you inhale, draw in through your breath this grounding energy into yourself. Pause. And as you exhale, visualize this energy going out into the world wherever it is needed, to whomever it is needed. Inhale again, breathe in, draw in energy. Pause. Exhale. Offer it to the world, wherever you feel it is needed. Continue. Be very gentle with your breath. Only allow yourself to breathe in and breathe out as much as is comfortable for you, keeping the breath steady. Take another 6 to 8 breaths, consciously offering the fruits of my practice, this grounding energy to the world, inviting the world to feel more grounded. slowly, just bring your attention back to your own breath. Let go of the conscious breathing. Let us now just move into a little bit of awareness. The mind receives inputs from all our sense organs. So let's take our attention to each sense organ just to become more conscious. Bring your attention to your eyes. Just stay present to your eyes, soften your eyes a bit. May I become more conscious of what I see, how I see it, and what my eyes engage in. Shift your attention to your ears. This is the seat of sound. May I become more conscious of how I hear, what I hear, and how my ears are engaging with the world around me. Bring your attention to your nose. The seat of your breath, the seat of smell. May I become more conscious of my breath, how I breathe, what is going up my nose, how my nose is engaging with the world. What do I turn up my nose at? What do I allow? Bring your attention to your mouth, your tongue. It's the seat of our taste, it's the seat of our speech. May I become aware of what I taste, how I taste, how I speak, what I speak. May I become more aware of how my tongue is engaging with the world. Aware of your skin. It's the space of your feelings and how you touch. May I become aware of how I feel, how others feel, how I receive touch, and how I touch the world. May I become aware of how my skin is interacting and engaging with the world. Slowly, just bring your attention to your breath. Let all your sense organs go. Just become aware of your breath. Thank yourself for being a part of this practice, for taking the time, the energy, the effort to quieten your own prana, to renew your own prana, and offer your practice for the well being of the world. Take your time. When you feel complete, come back to the space and open your eyes. Thank you so much for being here today, for practicing together, for sharing this practice with the world. May we continue to channel our energies into the world, helping the world and us. We are not separate from the world, wherever it is needed. Thank you.